Hi, and welcome to this episode on using the file importer with Enterprise. I'm Sharon from Enterprise, and in this session we will cover how to import your data from Excel using your own file, or you can use our templates. So let's get you started and save you time manually inputting data. So if we go to Settings and go to Import Data, so full explanation of how to use this screen and all the options is detailed here. So the first thing you need to do is select what you'd like to import. So as mentioned, this will save you time if you have quite a large number of records for your customer suppliers, your items, or even transactional data. So let's start off with importing customers. So we'll select customer here. Just over here on the right, we have an option here to download the Excel template. So you can use your own file or download our template. By downloading our template, you will get to see the available fields and the field lengths and formats that are required for importing the file. So let's take a look at the template. So very simply, when you open the template, you just enable the editing. Click on it here. And very simply, all the fields that are required, and again, not all of them are mandatory, are detailed here in the top in the first row. And if you move your mouse across each field, it will confirm exactly what the field value is required, the maximum length, and whether or not the field is mandatory. So mandatory means it has to be present in order for the import to complete. So here's some sample data then on row 2, so you can see exactly what we expected from you to import into Enterprise. So once you have the data inputted onto the spreadsheet, you need to then save it as a new file. So File, Save As. And again, just like the one I've created here. So if we look here, you need to have it saved as your own file name. So if we just go back to Enterprise, now select the file that you'd like to import. So let's click here and browse to the location where you've saved your file and import it. So now when you scroll down, what will happen automatically is that for the fields in the file that automatically match those in Enterprise will be auto-matched here. So you can see card code to card code, name to name, and etc. So the mandatory fields are important. They have to be matched. So if you discover that something is slightly different in your field name in your file to that of what's in Enterprise, you can very simply choose the field here and match it up correctly manually. Here in the field validation, it'll tell you what the number for certain fields, what the length is expected within the field to validate it. Here in the sample data from the file, you'll get an example of what is on row 1 of your import file. So you can see exactly how it's going to look as it comes in. And then it'll confirm if the first row is valid. So still at this point, it's not until you complete the import if you'll know if there's any data that's still amiss. So let's proceed. And if we look here to starting the import, so if a record already exists, what do we do? Do we update or do we skip? So the default option is always to skip, and that's to ensure, for example, when importing customers, suppliers and stock items that you don't duplicate the entries. However, for the likes of importing your contacts, your customer contacts, you can use the update option as there may be a change in email or position or name, and you would use the update for that. So let's proceed and start the import. So click on import here, import started, OK. And then we come down here to the import history. If you simply click on refresh history, depending on the number of records that you're importing, this can take a little bit of time. And then just click on the drop down. And what we should get here up on the top line is if the import that you've just started has been imported successfully. So we can see here 5 records imported, nothing skipped, and nothing failed. Now you'll see in a previous import that I've done, we had records that failed. So you will get a report of what has failed. And if I click into the failed records, it will tell me what is incorrect with the record. So I can see here, could not find the provided salesperson name accounting for Enterprise. So that means that the entry within your import file is incorrect to the data that's in Enterprise at the moment. So this particular import has been successful. If I click on the imported, it tells me that the ID in the external import file to what it imported into Enterprise is here. And that's your import complete. So thank you for watching, and if you require any further help, check out our help articles on help.enterprise.com or reach out to our support representatives you can find here in the chat, and there's a link down here also to the Help Centre. So thank you for watching.